Have you ever wondered why the demons asked Jesus to send them into the pigs? Today, we will dive into one of the most intriguing stories of the New Testament, the reason why the demons requested to be sent into the pigs. This somewhat macabre event, reported in the Gospel of Mark, not only reveals Jesus' supreme authority over evil forces, but also offers us profound lessons about spiritual nature and the process of liberation and transformation that only Jesus can bring into our lives. Stay with us as we explore the details and implications of this powerful and revealing passage. To fully understand this story, it's essential to consider the context and the circumstances in which it took place. Jesus and his disciples had just crossed the Sea of Galilee, facing an intense storm that the Son of the living God miraculously calmed, showing his dominion and power over natural phenomena. They landed in the region of the Gerasenes, a predominantly Gentile area where pagan practices and beliefs were common. As soon as Jesus stepped out of the boat, he was confronted by a man completely possessed by demons who lived among the tombs and behaved in a violent and self-destructive manner, unable to be restrained even with heavy chains. This man had been banished from society, living in complete isolation, dominated by a malignant spiritual force that tormented him incessantly. His condition reflected not just physical despair, but a profound spiritual desperation. Jesus' arrival in that region and his immediate encounter with this possessed man demonstrate a direct confrontation between Christ's divine power and the forces of darkness. Jesus' presence there was no mere coincidence. He came to bring liberation and restore human dignity, revealing his power over all things, including the unclean spirits that tormented the man. This biblical passage can be found in Mark 5:1-2, where we see Jesus arriving in the region of the Gerasenes and encountering the possessed man. Upon landing in the region of the Gerasenes, Jesus was immediately confronted by a demon-possessed man who lived among the tombs. This man was possessed by many demons, making him uncontrollable and extremely dangerous. Known for his superhuman strength, he often broke the chains and shackles used to restrain him. His body was covered with self-inflicted cuts and wounds, and he spent days and nights crying out and cutting himself with stones, reflecting a life of extreme torment and spiritual despair. When the man saw Jesus from a distance, he ran towards him and fell on his knees before him, shouting in a loud voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? In God's name, don't torture me." Mark 5:7. This immediate recognition of Jesus' divine identity by the demons is deeply significant, as it shows that even evil forces acknowledge and submit to Christ's supreme authority. With compassion and firmness, Jesus commanded the impure spirit to come out of the man. When he asked the spirit's name, the reply was, "My name is Legion, for we are many." Mark 5:9. This declaration revealed the severity of the possession, indicating that a legion of demons inhabited the man, intensifying his suffering. Only Jesus could bring liberation and salvation from such a level of possession. The demons, knowing that Jesus had the power to send them into the abyss, begged him not to send them out of the area. Instead, they requested to be sent into a large herd of pigs grazing nearby. "Send us among the pigs, allow us to go into them." Mark 5:12. This request reveals the demons' desperation to avoid a worse fate and their destructive nature, always seeking to cause harm. Jesus granted their request, allowing the impure spirits to enter the pigs. Immediately, the herd of about 2,000 pigs rushed down the steep bank into the lake and drowned. This shocking event demonstrated the devastating power of the demons and the complete and total liberation of the possessed man, who was now free from the tormenting forces. After the liberation, the man was found sitting, dressed, and in his right mind, a radical and miraculous transformation that testified to Jesus' restorative power. He wanted to follow Jesus, but was instructed to return home and tell his family what the Lord had done for him. From that moment on, he became a living testimony of Christ's restorative and transformative power, bringing salvation to his household. This encounter not only freed a tormented man, but also revealed Jesus' absolute authority over evil, offering a powerful glimpse into his mission of redemption and restoration. Christ came to give us life, and life in abundance. His immeasurable power and grace are capable of restoring the lost, the weary, and the brokenhearted. His word says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Just as he gave new life to the demon-possessed man, he also has a new beginning for your life, a perfect plan and a purpose. When Jesus asked the name of the impure spirit, the response came with an intensity that underscored the severity of the possession. "My name is Legion, for we are many." The term legion was used in the Roman military context to designate a unit composed of about 6,000 soldiers. This response indicated that the man was possessed not by a single demon, but by a vast multitude of evil spirits, each contributing to the incessant torment he endured. The presence of a legion of demons reveals multiple layers of spiritual significance. Firstly, it demonstrates the seriousness of the spiritual battle faced by Jesus. He was not confronting just one evil spirit, but a massive concentration of dark forces. This detail highlights Jesus' supreme authority, as he remained unshaken and in absolute control even in the face of a legion. Furthermore, the presence of a legion within a single man highlights human vulnerability to evil. This man had become a battleground, an arena where the malignant presence manifested with devastating power. His physical and mental condition, living among the tombs and constantly harming himself, reflected the internal destruction caused by the legion of demons. The response, "My name is Legion," also serves as a powerful contrast to Jesus' unity and authority. While the demons operated in organized chaos, seeking to destroy and dominate, Jesus exhibited singular and uncontested authority. His mere presence and command were sufficient to subdue a force that, under any other circumstances, would be overwhelming. This encounter underscores the reality that, regardless of the number or power of evil spirits, Jesus' authority is supreme. The demons trembled before the sovereign power of the living God. Their response implicitly acknowledges this. They not only recognized Jesus, but also understood that they were standing before the Son of the Most High God, whose authority transcended any evil force. Thus, the identity of the demons as Legion not only amplifies the gravity of the torment suffered by the man, but also magnifies Jesus' victory. This event powerfully illustrates that, in the face of Christ's power, no force of darkness can prevail. Jesus not only freed the man, but also demonstrated convincingly that his authority is total and absolute, bringing hope and restoration where there had been only despair and destruction. When Jesus confronted the legion of demons, they made an unexpected request: "Send us among the pigs, allow us to go into them." To understand the depth of this request, it's crucial to explore the reasons behind it, revealing the nature of the demons and the spiritual dynamics at play. There are 3 reasons for this request. The first reason is to avoid premature torment. One of the most significant motives for the demons' request was to avoid premature torment. The demons knew that Jesus had the power to send them to the abyss, a place of imprisonment and torment for evil spirits. This concept of the abyss is mentioned in various parts of the Bible, including Luke 8:31, where the demons begged Jesus not to send them there, and they begged him repeatedly not to order them to go into the abyss. The abyss represents a state of extreme confinement and suffering for demons, a fate they deeply fear. By asking to be sent into the pigs, the demons sought to avoid this immediate punishment, preferring a temporary existence in any form other than eternal torment. Even demons, with all their infinite malice, cannot endure eternal torment and disgrace. The second reason is the desire to continue destroying. Demons are, by nature, destructive. Their request to enter the pigs reflects their desire to continue exercising this destruction. As soon as Jesus allowed them to enter the pigs, the entire herd of about 2,000 pigs rushed down the steep bank and drowned in the sea. This dramatic and terrible event demonstrates the destructive power of the demons, who, unable to remain in the possessed man, chose to destroy the animals around them. The chaotic and destructive nature of the demons was fully displayed in this act, revealing their continuous goal of causing pain, suffering, and disorder in God's creation. The destruction of the pigs also serves to show the devastating impact these evil beings had on the possessed man. If they were able to cause the immediate death of 2,000 pigs, imagine the torment and suffering they inflicted on the possessed man. His liberation not only saved his life, but also demonstrated Jesus' mercy in protecting him from such a powerful and destructive evil. The third reason is to maintain territorial control. Another reason why the demons ask to stay in the region is the notion of territorial control. Evil spirits often seek to maintain dominion over specific areas, establishing a sort of spiritual territory, dominating cities and kingdoms, and exerting permanent destruction and domination wherever they reside. Upon being expelled from the man, the demons wanted to remain in the same region, believing they could continue to exert some form of influence and control. This idea of territorial control is suggested by the demons' insistence on not being sent out of that specific area. Remaining in the pigs was a way to avoid being banished completely from that region, allowing them to maintain their presence and perhaps seek other future victims. Jesus' concession to the demons' request to enter the pigs also has profound spiritual implications. First, it shows Jesus' absolute authority over all evil forces. He not only confronts a legion of demons, but also decides their fate with a word. The demons' submission to his command demonstrates that regardless of the number or strength of the evil spirits, all are under Christ's sovereign control. Furthermore, this event serves as a visual testimony of the demons' destructive power and the liberation provided by Jesus. The witnesses of this event, including the pig herders and the region's inhabitants, were confronted with a tangible demonstration of the spiritual conflict and Jesus' redemptive power. The loss of the pigs, though tragic for their owners, served to reveal the extent of the demonic possession and the miraculous liberation wrought by Christ. The demons' request to enter the pigs and the reasons behind this request offer deep insight into the spiritual battle occurring on the invisible plane. The demons, in their desperation, tried to avoid a fate of torment and continue their destructive mission, but were confronted by Jesus' supreme authority and power. This narrative not only underscores Jesus' absolute power over all evil forces, but also reveals divine mercy in freeing and restoring those under the dominion of darkness. As we reflect on this passage, we are reminded of Christ's immense power and his redemptive mission to bring light and life where there was once darkness and destruction. As we reflect on this powerful story, we are reminded of Jesus' absolute authority and immense love. The narrative of the man possessed by a legion of demons shows us that, regardless of the severity of our problems or the darkness we face, Jesus has the power to transform and liberate, giving us a new life and life in abundance. Jesus not only confronted a legion of demons, but demonstrated that in the face of his authority, even the most destructive and powerful forces have no choice but to submit. They recognize Christ and know that no evil can prevail against the immeasurable authority and power of the Son of the living God. This story is a reminder that no matter how desperate our situation is, no matter the extent of our torment, Jesus is greater and stronger. He can bring peace and restoration to the most devastated areas of our lives. When we look at the man who was freed, we see a complete transformation. From someone who lived among the tombs, tormented and isolated, he became a living testimony of Jesus' power, sitting clothed and in his right mind, bringing salvation to his entire family. This shows us that Jesus' deliverance is not just spiritual, but also emotional and physical. He restores our dignity, our mind, and our spirit. This event also reveals the compassionate heart of Jesus. He came to seek and save what was lost, to bring light where there is darkness and life where there is death. Jesus does not fear confronting our worst fears and pains. He is willing to enter the darkest places of our lives to bring us deliverance and hope. He restores the weary and gives new life to those who see no way out. If you are going through difficult times, remember that Jesus is by your side. He has the power to transform any situation and bring new life full of purpose and peace. No matter how big your problem is, Jesus has the solution. His love is infinite, and his mercy is renewed every morning. If this message touched your heart, do not hesitate to share it in the comments below. We want to hear your stories of transformation and hope. Subscribe to the channel for more inspiring and transformative content about the Word of God. Leave your like if you enjoyed this video and share it with your friends and family. Your participation is very important to us. Remember, Jesus is the light of the world, and where He is, darkness cannot remain. May the peace and joy of Christ be with you today and always. See you in the next video.